Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It's me, Massa88, that's playing To the Moon, with none of my usual humour, because the game is quite serious. Serious game. When we left off, we were in this little bar place, where he was having a chat about his wife/girlfriend, I don't know if they were married at the time, who is apparently suffering from some kind of syndrome. But what syndrome, we don't know. We are in his memories. This is not real life. He is dying and wants to go to the moon. We have to go in and get him to change his memories such that he thinks he is an astronaut and has been to the moon. And his wife is already dead. She died after making a silly decision to not have treatment paid for her medical condition. Instead, she decided that she'd rather have a house built so that he could watch over a lighthouse that obviously needs a lot of tender loving care and nurture. Of course, because inanimate buildings generally do. This is a decision I have criticised because it is a bit silly. But still, people will make these decisions, and yes, so this is where we are. We are currently travelling backwards in this man's memories. This is where he has been talking to his friends up here. This is Isabel, and this is Nicholas. He has been discussing the behaviour of his girlfriend/wife, River, pictured here, to kind of see what's going down. The world would be a lot more beautiful if people just remembered faces more. I happen to agree with you there. Look at these just blank slate people. His memory has some vague awareness that people were here, but he doesn't remember the people. Still, if we remembered every person that we'd ever met, we'd be weird. We really would. I know some people have this incredible habit of just, like, have I seen you somewhere? Oh yeah, I remember. I was walking down the street and you happened to pass me. Weird people. They are not normal. That said, there's nothing wrong with them. They're just not normal. So, anything new today? No. What are you rereading there? The Emperor's New Clothes. This is a book we have experienced. I loved this when I was young. Still do, huh? Of course. Just for different reasons. When I was a kid, I loved the Animorphs series. I know, your mother gave you a book from it as a wedding present. Oh, wow. Wow, that's incredible. I guess I was pretty obsessed with it when I was a kid. Why haven't you read them since? I saw them. They're collecting dust in the garage. Well, I just grew out of them, I guess. I mean, they're children's books. What's wrong with reading children's books? They're comforting. I suppose so. I think I'm going to get this one. She's buying the Emperor's New Clothes. And he wanders around, disappears. She's still going to the till. I'm not yours, you're not mine, be my anti-Valentine. Okay. Let me turn the television down. What about David's? He's my favourite character. He's talking about Animorphs. And Dr. Watts! I've read Animorphs, it's fantastic! Sort of. In a way. Ooh, we can enter something here. Does anyone know what was David from Animorph's character? A cat. I'm going to say a cat because I say a cat to everything because I like cats to a disturbingly weird degree. He wasn't cat. Do we have to get this question right? What is David's main morph? Wolf? I'm really worried I'm going to miss something here. No, it's not a wolf. It's not a cat. I don't know. A bee! It's a bee! It morphs into a bee. Have you got an ocelot? It's an ocelot. Okay, we can't have ocelot. It's too many letters, which means we know it is 5 letters. He's an ocelo. No, he's not an ocelo. What is David's main morph? A tiger. No, it's not a tiger. A lizard. Ah, my cursor's gone. Lizard. Is it a lizard? Is it a lizard? No, it's not a lizard. Apparently there's no such thing as a lizard. I don't know. I never read Animorphs. There's just no interest in it for me. It's eagle. I'm trying to think of things that people would morph into if they could morph. No, it's not an eagle. Right, well, if anyone knows, post it in the comments and tell me what the fucking hell it is. Ah, right, we're finding out here. It's a cobra! Tobias Hawk. Rachel? Rachel? Do people spell Rachel that way? Rachel. Jake Tiger, Marco Gorilla. David Cobra, Cassie Wolf. I could have just googled it, but that would have involved me having to move my cursor over here to the Google page, and I'm far too lazy for that. It's a cobra. It's a cobra. I would put desk lamp, but it's too many letters. A cobra! Yes, the old covers were so cool. I don't know. Does anyone know the old covers to Animorphs? Anyone out there into Animorphs? Did you enjoy Animorphs when you were younger? Do these people still talk? No, they're just still talking about Animorphs. Everything's about Animorphs. To the escape pod of Memento-y Doom. Ooh, right, what have we got going down, dicky down here then? Sorry, I can hear some strange noise. No, everything seems fine. Is this something to do with cake? Can't we get it now? We do that. And we do that. And we do that. Whee! Let us travel. Oh, we got a note about animorphs. We shall check that once we've travelled. Where are we now? Ooh, we're kind of in his young man sort of days. Oh, everyone's leaving already. But I just got here. Seems to happen to you a lot at parties. You will always find him in the kitchen at parties. Oh, go save your childish jabs for the insecure. What have we got here? It's the old pickled olives. I see le fromage, but where's the mouse? That's the corniest remark you've made all night. Don't you mean cheesiest remark? Wow. An aged Animorphs book. What are we doing here? Is that Nicholas down there? I think it is. Who's this? Does anyone do anything? No? Okay, we'll just go off and explore and have a look, see what's going down. This is still at the same area. Did they just do everything at the cliff top? I know, let's go have a party up on a cliff top. Let's go have a party in a dangerously unsafe location. Can we open the door? Are we going to get a scene? Do you feel any different? Now that we got the rings on, I mean, was this their wedding or engagement party or something? No. Who said romance was dead? Why, do you? Actually, yeah, I think so. What is it like? It's just different. Just the responsibilities, I suppose. The responsibilities of getting married. You know, all those incredible responsibilities that are pretty much exactly the same as the responsibilities you would have if you were just in a long-term relationship as a committed couple. But it's fine. Let's keep on holding this marriage ideal on a completely false pedestal as some kind of fantastic thing every young couple should do because the government and the church tells you to, simply for records and God purposes. Such an antiquated institution is marriage. If you're going to have something like that, it really needs a bit of an update. But even then, like, what's the point? What's the point in it? Utterly ridiculous. I don't see why people do it. That's just my opinion. Anyone out there who's married, congratulations. Responsibilities. Do you like the name Anya? It's alright. What do you think of the name Anya? I would prefer it if it were backwards. Anya. No, actually I don't like that. Yana? No. Naya? Ani. I'm just rearranging the letters in the name Anya to see which I prefer. I think Ani is significantly better. I would like to call my lighthouse Ani. That's Ani, not Arnie. Sort of short for Arnold, as in Rimmer / Schwarzenegger. Would you like to name her Anya? Not really. understand. You feel more of an emotional attachment to a lighthouse than you do to me. I understand perfectly well. Anya's a good name for her. That is what's going on here, isn't it? I'm not misinterpreting this, right? I'm analysing this. As I'm playing it, right, you know full well, you've seen the previous videos, that I'm being quite serious here. Analysing this. This is a woman who made a decision to die in order for John to be able to finish building the house near the lighthouse that she called Anya. She evidently wanted that lighthouse protected more than she wanted John to have company and love in his life. She felt more of an emotional bond to the lighthouse than she felt to John. That's what I'm picking up. I mean, either John's a dick or River's weird. We don't know. She's got some kind of syndrome. Since we don't know what it is, it's probably best not to make too many judgments. Maybe she's got, like, lighthouse loving syndrome or something. I don't know. But I don't get it. I don't get her motivations. I don't get her feelings. I don't understand them. They don't seem to make any kind of sense. As I've said before, the things that you should invest in most are your human relationships, not relationships to inanimate objects. They are the things that mean the most to you, especially since they are the most temporary. You know full well that building is going to be standing, even if it's in a state of disrepair, well after John has died. Therefore, do you really need to invest in protecting a building when you could invest in spending time with your husband? We need to ask ourselves these questions because these situations come up all the bloody time. You know, oh, we're struggling for money, can we really afford this medical bill? Fuck affording. A human life is worth more than the rent. Yeah, it's a shitter to be homeless, but you still have your life and you can do something with it. You never know what opportunities might come up. You never know what might change, who might help, what you can do. There is always something you can do so long as you live. If you're dead, there's nothing you can do. That's just my opinion. Again, lots of discussion in this. But that's what I feel. I feel life can be incredibly difficult. It is a hell of a struggle, but you can't make life or death decisions based upon what means you have. That's not a job for an individual human being. It's a job that some people have to make. Some medical regulatory agencies have to make decisions on what treatments are cost effective in terms of national health services. I can see why that is necessary. I don't like the fact that they have to place a price on a human life. But personally, anything you can do, you do it. Hey, come with me! Yeah, serious discussion over. I'm being an idiot in these videos. If you think I'm an idiot, try not to leave a comment, because I will disagree with you. No, I'm kidding. You can leave comments. Let's start an open discussion. No trolling, no flaming. But if you have different opinions to what I do, I would like to hear them, and I would like to hear your justifications for them. And this is how we understand each other as people. This is how we communicate, and minds change, people change, and we achieve things in the world. Sorry, excuse me, sniffing. Hey, come with me. Are they going into the lighthouse? They're going into the lighthouse. She's in a wedding dress. And are they going to make love in the lighthouse? This can't be a good idea. I'll probably trip and fall. Don't worry, just follow my steps. Okay, I know they're supposed to be dancing, but they're fucking in that lighthouse. Look at the spray animation. Look. Oh my god, now it's getting to the butt play. They're very forward. Newlyweds, what can you say? Ow, my ass. I think you stepped on my toes. Sorry. Come on, let's try again. Bit more fucking in the lighthouse. Okay, I'm assuming that's intending to say they spent the night in the lighthouse. Which means they literally did fuck in the lighthouse. That's what that scene implies. To promise to love and comfort, to honour and to keep in sickness and in health, for as long as you shall live. I do. And do you take this man standing before you to be your lawfully wedded husband, to promise to love and comfort, to honour and keep in sickness and in health for as long as you shall live. If I ever get married, it's probably not going to happen, but if I ever do, I want the vicar to be called Ron, so that I can say, I do Ron, 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 I do Ron, Ron. Yes. Oh, wow. By the power invested in me. By what? By what authority? The power invested in you by God? By the local council? What power invested in you? They don't give you any power. They just say, oh yeah, you can sign a marriage certificate. That's not power. That's just administrative red tape. It's a weird line, that. The power invested in me. It's so weird. I now pronounce you man and wife. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Wiles. I think that they know who they are. I don't think you have to introduce them. I think the people generally who get invited to the wedding of a couple have some idea who that couple are, and the fact that they're getting married and will share the same names and things like that. I think... Ah, the wedding! Yeah, what did you think that was? I'm just bad at weddings, that's all. Last time I was at one, someone said, does anyone have any objections? I stood up and said, yes, she's got a cock. Turns out she didn't, but the wedding got cancelled anyway, so that they could have tests. Why do I get the feeling this is something that would happen to Dr. Watts? Fluids tend to escape from my eyes. Oh, I didn't know you were that sentimental. Oh, did I say my eyes? I meant my mouth. And by fluids, I meant both fluids and solids. That's a lovely image. Thanks, Neil. Come, let's find a way to get out of here. All this happiness and joy is really putting you off too, huh? No, I just don't like watching people make mistakes. Sheesh, whatever happened to just take it moment by moment? Something's going on in Eva's head. Let's go in the lighthouse. Let's go in the lighthouse. It is quite a shite house. Let's go in the lighthouse and we'll dance and we'll fuck and we'll do it by the window. Now I'm stuck 'cause I don't know what rhymes with window. Oh, it's been a while since I did a silly Let's Play song. Where are we off to? Ooh, it's to the table. It's to the post-marriage meal where everyone gets together and they all have a gay old time. Oh, I'd better go see how your aunt is doing. True story about aunt, right? You know how you get predictive text on mobiles? You can probably see where a problem might come in with the word aunt, but I used to have a phone where the predictive text would always use the most popular word, like the word that I used most often. And at one point I was trying to send a text to my aunt, and so I referred to her as aunt, and very nearly, I managed to... Luckily I read my messages before I send them, but I very nearly sent a message saying, hey cunt, which could have been very bad. So the dangers of predictive texting there: do read your messages before you send them. It's probably a good idea. Right. Since they've kind of left that on a stupid ending, and I'm assuming there's some kind of sentimental scene coming up, I'm going to call it a video here, and I'll be back in just a moment, and we can continue playing To the Moon!